All right, I'm all set whenever you're ready.
Yes, sir.
Would you ask Andrea to see if Garrett can prepare the release orders of the people that are due today on the no complaint filed and the in custodies?
Okay.
Thank you.
Take your full name for the judge.
My name is Alethea Lynn Groves.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Groves.
Yeah.
All right. The state is alleging two charges against you. One of them is a disorderly conduct charge filed under the domestic violence statute. One is a disorderly conduct charge, not domestic violence. The domestic violence means that one count is relationship related, brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, roommates. The other one is non-related. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 20th of May at 9:00 a.m. You'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to that charge. Those charges. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court proceeding. All of those options, as well as the penalty ranges, will be explained to you at the next hearing, so you'll be well informed before you give your plea. Your release conditions are as follows. Obey all orders of the court. Do not commit any crimes. Notify the court immediately if you obtain an address. Do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court. Do not contact the alleged victim with unwanted contact. So I'm allowing you and the other party, that's the domestic violence related one, to communicate with each other unless one of you, the two of you, request not to have any discussions. If that happens, if one of you decide to do that, then the other one needs to comply or they're violating these orders, and it could be rearrested or your release be revoked. You understand that?
Okay. Thank you.
I'm also ordering you to contact pre-trial services, so I'll provide you a name and phone number. I know you don't have a phone, maybe the other party does, but once you're released, if you can't make a phone call, then make a phone call before you're released to let the detention staff know. It's the probation department. You're not on probation, but you are on release conditions. Okay?
Okay.
They're expecting your phone call. They're going to make sure you're abiding by these release conditions that I set for you and that you're appearing in court as ordered. And that'll go throughout the entirety of the case until the case is adjudicated. They'll give you instructions, tell them that you don't have a phone and you and them can talk and figure out how to make those arrangements. Can you comply with those release conditions?
Yes, thank you.
And you'll show up to court as ordered?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll release you on your own recognizance. Do you have any questions?
No. That's
Okay.
it for right now. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, that's all I've got for you then.
Okay.
Man, that on that one.
Thank you.
So the counter, state your full name for the judge. Brandon Ray Davis.
All right, Mr. Davis. All right, Mr. Davis, I want to confirm your address. Give me a moment here. You're here for two reasons. Number one, there's a Maricopa County Superior Court warrant for you, and it has a bond of $350. So we'll notify Maricopa County that you're in custody regarding that warrant unless you post bond on it. The second cause is you're charged with 2 counts of misconduct involving weapons. On those are felony allegations. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial. I've scheduled you for a preliminary hearing on the 12th of May at 4:00 p.m. That hearing is to determine if there's probable cause to charge you with those crimes, not convict you. If probable cause is found, your case will bind over to the Gila County Superior Court. If probable cause is not found, one or both of those charges could dismiss. There's a possibility that the case will go in front of a grand jury instead of going on that, participating in that hearing. The best thing for you to do is to call a business day prior to find out if the hearing is still taking place, okay? If they do not file any charges, then they have up to 7 years from the date of the incident that's been reported to them, or the statute of limitations to file the charges against you. Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately of any change of address, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not contact the alleged victim in any manner, do not possess any firearms, and I'm ordering you to report to pretrial services. So you're not on probation, but you do need to contact the probation department. I'll provide you a name and phone number. They're expecting your call. Their only job is to monitor, to make sure you're abiding by these release conditions and that you're showing up for court, and they'll have come up with a schedule for you for contact. So make sure you do that right away upon your release from custody. Can you comply with those release conditions?
Yes.
And you'll show up to court as ordered unless you're otherwise notified?
Yes.
All right, I'll release you on your own recognizance on those charges. So the only reason why you're held is on that warrant for Maricopa County with the $350, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I've got for you.
Step to the counter, state your full name for the judge. Stephen Michael Payson Jr.
All right, sir. Let me add the junior on there. I want to confirm. The state is alleging 2 charges against you. There's 2 charges of disorderly conduct. One of those 2 charges is domestic violence related, meaning the other party has a relationship with you. Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, brother, sister, roommates, whatever it is. The other one is non-relationship related. On those charges, you have the right to remain silent, right to counsel, and right to trial the misdemeanor allegations. I've scheduled you for an arraignment on the 20th of May at 9 a.m. That's where you'll need to be prepared to plead either guilty, not guilty, or no contest to those 2 charges. Depending on how you plead will be what happens next with the court process. All of those options, as well as the penalty ranges, will be explained to you at the next hearing on that date. So before you give your plea, you'll be well informed. Your release conditions are as follows: obey all orders of the court, do not commit any crimes, notify the court immediately if you obtain an address, do not leave the state of Arizona without permission of the court, do not contact the alleged victim with any unwanted contact. So I'm not prohibiting your contact with the other party, but what I am saying is that if either one of the 2 of you decide that you don't want to talk to the other party and you make that declaration, I don't want to talk to you, let's say an argument starting or something, one of you says, I don't want to talk to you anymore, the other party needs to comply with that, or they're violating my orders, and they could be arrested, or their release be revoked on that because it's to prohibit another incident to occur. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. The final release condition I have for you is I'm having you report to pretrial services. So that's the probation department. You're not on probation, but you are on release services. What they do is they monitor you to make sure you're abiding by these release conditions and make sure you're going to court. If they find that you're not doing any of those, they'll notify us and your release could be revoked and be held back and put back into custody. So you'll be provided a name and phone number. So before you leave, since you don't have a phone, neither does the other party, you'll need to make contact with the probation department before you leave the sheriff's office because they're expecting your phone call. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Can you comply with those release conditions?
Yes, sir.
And you'll show up to court as ordered?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll release you on your own recognizance with those promises. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all I've got for you.
Just have a seat real quick.
And then got one more with Miss Long.
They're heading out right now, sir.
Are they coming over in person?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. It might be a few minutes before I get these release orders sent, because I'll have the appearance with her, and then we'll get squared away on that.
That's fine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.